welcome to my series on how to solo. This series can be used with pretty much any instrument because we all have the same 12 notes. Regardless of if you play guitar, ukulele, bass, piano, saxophone, trumpet, there are still only 12 notes. So share this series with your friends and family and anyone that wants to learn to improvise and create epic music. One of the most important things when learning pretty much anything is to find the sweet spot of learning. What I mean by that is that if something is too easy, you won't learn anything because it won't push you to grow. And if something is too difficult, you equally won't learn anything because you'll be overwhelmed and most likely give up. I believe the vast majority of people make the second mistake more than the first because people forget how long it really takes to learn things. Music is a language, and I personally like analogies with languages because I think they're really easy to understand and to get our heads around. So people forget how many years they study their native language for. And people forget that their first book was probably given to them when they were maybe 1 year old, and it had a big letter A in it, followed by a big letter B. No one started to learn to read with a novel, or even a sentence. You started with letters. You've just forgotten that you spent 6 years with letters and simple sentences before you even went to school, and that you then had a further decade of hour after hour of lessons before you were truly fluent in your native language. So please remember this when learning music. Trying to play the solos of your favorite bands is like trying to read a novel. It takes years of work to get there. But, like reading in your native language, everyone, and I do mean everyone, can get there. No matter how difficult the solo is or the piece of music is you want to learn, you can learn to play it. With all this in mind, my series on how to solo breaks the process down into steps everyone can achieve, and then gives you backing tracks, which are also created with the same philosophy of taking logical steps in mind. Far too many backing tracks use far too many chords, which makes no sense at all. You'll see, as I teach you professionally, that there is a lot of skills to learn when you solo, and you can't master them properly if there are loads of moving pieces to the puzzle. Also, because I'm a professional teacher, I'm going to give you advice that will be easy for beginners and also stretch even the best players if they want a challenge. And I'll demo everything so you have a starting point for your practice. So today we're going to start with a 2-chord backing track. A chord is a collection of notes, and the chords we're going to start with are the chords of A minor and E minor. The chord of A minor is made from the notes A, C and E, and the chord of E minor is made from the notes E, G and B. The 5-minute backing track will consist of 8 bars of an A minor chord and then 1 bar of an E minor chord, and then it will just loop and repeat that. I could start you with a backing track containing just 1 chord, but adding a second chord gives the music a little more shape, and because I'm adding 1 chord only every 8th bar, complete beginners can more or less ignore the donuts out of it, and it won't really matter. Here are the 8 bars we're going to be working with in this video. Listen out for the E minor chord and how the music moves at the end before returning to the A minor to start a new set of 8 bars. The challenges for this backing track: for complete beginners, I'd like you to play the single note A on your instrument when the A minor chord is being played, and then play the single note E when the E minor chord is being played. If that is too difficult, then just play the note A the whole time and listen to how it sounds against the chords of A minor and E minor. The length of the notes and the rhythm is completely up to you, but if you are teaching your child to solo, or you really like breaking things down, then just aiming to play on beat 1 of each bar would be awesome. And here's an example of this. Level 2 or challenge 2 is to play the A minor scale along with the backing track. This could be whole notes, that means notes which last 4 beats, or you can play faster if you feel up to it. I would limit myself to 1 octave, that is just one set of the notes A, B, C, D, E, F, G and A, and just play them up and down. Here's an example of using whole notes and then shorter notes, which means playing faster. If level 2 is too difficult for you, then break the scale down and focus on just playing 2 notes, the notes A and B, and then progress to 3 notes, A, B and C, and so on. The order or duration of the notes is not important at this stage. We just want to get playing and hearing how the notes we play sound against the backing track. Level 3, or challenge 3 if you like, is to then play what is called the arpeggios. That is, the notes of the chords broken into a melody and played one after the other. Remember, the A minor chord is made from the notes A, C, E, and the E minor chord is made from the notes E, G, B. So play A, C, E, A, one after the other when the A minor chord is being played, and then if you can try and play the notes of E, G, B, E when the E minor chord arrives, that would be fantastic. Again, the rhythm, that is the length of the notes, isn't the main focus here. We want to start learning what notes match what chords and gain a feeling for how specific notes sound against specific chords. Our goals in this video are to be able to play 1 note and then 2 notes and then the A minor scale and then finally the A minor and E minor arpeggios against the backing track. Remember, the instrument you're playing doesn't matter. So please share this video with friends, students, teachers, anyone that really wants to learn how to improvise and make epic music. On a side note, improvising isn't really about making things up on the spot. despite that being the actual definition of the word improvising. Improvising is about using a massive amount of logical, accurate, intelligent practice to allow you to appear to be in the moment and one with music. Really, it's just about muscle memory and executing what you know will sound good because you've already done it a million times already. I'll now demo you the things I'd like you to work on in this video, one after the other, before leaving you with a backing track to explore by yourself. In the rest of the videos in this series, I will put the backing track first and then talk about the skills I want you to work on after the backing track. This is so once you've listened to the lesson, you can easily start exploring the backing track and don't have to click any extra buttons or search through the time bar to find the beginning of the backing track. Don't worry that what you are creating here sounds like a technical exercise rather than beautiful jaw-dropping music. We need to walk before we can run, and trust me, if you follow the steps in my series, you will be able to create mind-blowing solos. I'm Pete Cooke, soundtuition.com.